Hello, good morning. I'm LJ Motivate for you. For those that haven't that doesn't really know much about me, I'm a parent empowering. I empower parent relationship in order for them to be able to parents and children, in order for them to be able to build a good communication in a way that can encourage a trusted relationship. That way, the parents can become aware of any challenges that might be affecting their children' mental health. And just for example, let me give you an instance, right? Say for example, both parent or it can be one parent. I know that as a parent, I'm a mother of three. I understand so many things can be very can distract parents' attention from their children, and more especially if a parent is in a relationship whereby there is an argument, there is always a conflict all the time. Obviously, the attention that the parents would have concentrated and put on the children is going to be limited. And another thing is if a parent, if they're having problem with their job, and if they're not very strong, mentally strong, they're going to be easily distracted from paying their children attention. And I believe that when a parent are raising children, it's very easy. I mean, a parent can think that having food at home, that it means that the children are fine, or maybe when they come home and the children are or maybe on their device, that are thinking that okay, they're fine. But I would like to encourage parents. It doesn't mean that there's so many things that can be going on underneath that parents can be missing really a lot. And if you don't make your children a primary focus, it's very easy for you to get distracted, not to even spot anything affecting your children. Your child can be going through so many trauma, so many pressure. It can be between their peers. It can be even be it can something can even be happening with that child, that child think that he wants to talk to you. And if he doesn't feel the emotional connection from either the the mom or the dad, it's very easy, right, that the child will go out to the world and start seeking for other people for attention. And this can lead to different things. If a child, for example, doesn't is struggling with their education, and maybe the child is struggling to, let me give you an example, like a child goes to school and they find it maybe reading or writing challenging, right? And the child really wants you to sit with them and probably help them, support them to get a support, like to understand that maybe you can even give, even a parent giving their children a word of encouragement is so important, because our children can be struggling, like they're struggling to even like read properly or write properly, or maybe they want to get above what is expected from the teacher, or they have even set a target for themselves, right? And they struggle to meet up with that target. But if they don't feel connected as a like with their mom or dad, it's hard, because that child will start taking being hard on themselves. The child will probably start hating themselves. A whole lot of things can be going on. And most children can even take it in the wrong way when they feel that their parents are not paying attention, or they feel that their parents don't care. They feel that their parent doesn't seems to be really involved, to understand, or to probably understand where where they're struggling at. And sometimes it's very easy for most parents who doesn't really would probably maybe on their own way, they might think being harsh on the child will speed up the child to be serious, right? But if you don't, as a parent, take your time to sit with your child. And I've seen many parents does this. They compare this child to this other child. This child can be doing so well, that's fine, but everybody is individual. But where this person might have strength, the other child might be having weakness in that area. But if you are a parent that do not try to see things in a different way, instead of saying it in one way, it will be very hard for you to understand where that child is coming from. It will be really hard for you not to be criticizing the child or comparing the child with the other with the other children with the other child. And if a parent engage in that by saying, oh, if John is doing well, or if Johan is doing well, why are you not doing it? Or if John was in year 1 and John was doing so well, why are you struggling? So now this can also affect the relationship between between a parent and a child. This can make the child distance from their parent. And if that child end up to go outside and find somebody else who understand where they're coming from, who can feel their pain, why do you think that child will not get attached? Right? The child is easily for the child to get attached. That's one of the reasons why I'm using my platform to empower parents, to encourage them that they should build a relationship that encourage a communication. There should be a good communication whereby there should be, a parent should also develop the art of listening to be able to connect with their children emotionally and reduce their children's mental health. Because at the end of the day, if children feel connected with their parent, I believe that there is really little that their peers can have an impact in them in a negative way. So it's all down to how the home is. That's how the outside can visit so quickly. Thank you very much. I hope you get to understand what I stand for and